Hi everyone, I'm Name Babbler and welcome back to RimWorld. Thanks for checking out the video. At the end of last episode, Pacheco was just about to go on a fire starting spree in this whole area that has a whole bunch of wood, so it probably will be okay, but it may not be. We're also incredibly low on food. We have animals that are starving. We need to get to tomorrow and harvest this rice and some hay to be able to make some kibble. If we make it to tomorrow or through tomorrow without any food for animals, we're going to have quite a few deaths and a big problem. Chakin has also been converted to the free path as of last episode. She's going to become the new moral guide for the colony. And the other thing that I really want to address this episode, amongst anything else that comes up, is I need to look at everybody's work schedule quickly, make sure they're reprioritized, because if you look quickly, everybody's kind of all over the board, and I think we have some issues. The other thing is we need to make sure people are wearing the right items, and I'm going to actually go through their moods because we have quite a few people that are always on the brink of a break. By saying that fast, brink of a break. Painted apparel, all kinds of things happening. We need to address all of that kind of stuff, so that way we're going into our ship reactor building very, very strong. So let's dive in. Now, Chakin is currently bringing something back to the pen. We had to let them out to actually graze. So Pacheco's going around, like I said, starting fires. Luckily, we have some people around that will probably put it out. There's Maker about to go put that one out. Pacheco is walking. She's gonna set this on fire, isn't she? Yeah, she's going right for the wood. Alright, so Violet is somebody that we wanted to keep, so why is she upset? Oh, the psychic drone. That's right, we have a psychic drone. That's -30 to all females. That's a big problem that we can't do anything about right now. Oh, look at all of our mechs charging up here. We may need more mech rechargers. Let's do that. Oh, the other thing is we want to make a double wall around our base. I'm not necessarily sure if I'm going to do that this episode, but I have other things that I want to do with Biosculptor pods and also gene assembly, which I'm going to do in a few, but not right now. This is a triple. This is going to be a triple wall for where we're going to build our ship. Now, let's take a quick look at the ship. Ship reactor, right here. I truthfully don't know how to even build it. So, like, here's the engines. Here's a structural beam. Here's the crypto sleep caskets and the computer core. I thought that I had a persona core. I have a tech prof sub persona core. So we need a persona core. Okay, so all this time I actually thought that I had one with this thing right here, but we need a I guess a main persona core. I think we're okay. Once they build everything here, we'll be alright. Pretty sure everything is spaced out the way it should be. Salamander has had a mental breakdown and is going to vent her anger on your animals. This happened because of high psychic drone. You know what? Go ahead, go slaughter some. Totally fine with me, actually. You'd actually be doing me a favor, so have fun. Alright. Okay, so I have way too many people. We talked about that last episode. And I want to just take a look at why people are upset. So Fluff, always solid. Always doing good. I'm looking for debuffs right now. No debuffs. Howie has a disturbed sleep, ate without a table. Okay, fine. Dayesh doesn't like the fact that she is chemically starved. Well, we don't do drugs here at Hope, so let's tell you about that. Rock, genetic pessimism. Yep, that's Psycho. So why is Baiko? It says no, not Valentina's master. Okay, is that something we can fix? Let's go to animals. Okay, so Valentina, the master is Balake. Let's look at Balake. Balake does not have a bonus to that. So Baiko has a debuff, not Valentina's master. I should be together with my bonded animal. So let's go to animals. Let's go to Valentina. Let's change the master to Baiko. That's an easy way to fix that one. Chakin. Nothing abnormal. Kate wants human meat. These are all because she is currently part of the not the free path ideologian. Zach, he wants apparel for his the fact that he's our leader. Actually, he's the leader of the Babblers. We got Balake with ratty apparel. Okay. Tiffy's upset because she's of Wavian Creed. So there's a lot of things with Wavian Creed. Yegalut, who we don't have any kind of history with. He's got some issues. Penny's okay. Humongous is okay. So it's just basic hunger and other kind of things that I really can't impact without giving them food. This psychic drone's really hurting me. Okay, cool. Alright. So, I don't have much to actually go on there. So there's a mechanoid cluster. Murderous Rage. Whoa, okay. Look at this one. Dayesh has flown into a murderous rage. She has decided to kill Salamander. This happened because of poor mood. The final straw was chemical starvation. So if we let her do it, she will kill Salamander. I don't think that would be good in general. To let her kill somebody. Even though I don't want Salamander around, I don't think I should let Dayesh do that. How's that sound? Alright, so Dayesh needs to be arrested. Now, who can arrest Dayesh is the question. How about Balake? Can you arrest? 100% chance to arrest Dayesh. Okay. Where's Salamander? Salamander is over that way, so Balake will get to Dayesh in time. Dayesh, we gotta save you from yourself. Come on, peacefully. Come on. Come on. Balakay, how'd you let that happen, Balakay? Are you serious right now? Balakay. You let Daesh get in front of you. And you too. There you go. Got her. Okay. So a couple of things that I think I need to do. I said this from the very beginning. Well, I don't want to say the very beginning, but from the beginning of setting up this armory and stuff. That what I was going to do is I was going to set up a couple of different apparel policies. Right? And the apparel policy, like for example, we have everyday wear. That became marine armor and something a little more complicated than it really should be. So I do need to get to a point where because we're gonna be in heavy battles, right? So we need to have enough marine armor with a couple of spares. So whenever we're in this heavy battle, we can switch into it and then switch out if we need to. But in the meantime, we don't need to wear that heavy kind of armor. So this is one of the things that I think I've identified as kind of a common issue, is that people are upset. We currently have 7 people in tattered apparel, and they're upset about it. So, let's check our smelter. We should be smelting apparel that is tainted. So that should be fine. I'm not sure why we're not currently. Cannot smelt metal from slag. Okay, wait. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to go ahead and get set back up where I know that I have, you know, whatever it is, 20 dusters, 20 pants, 20 shirts. That will be their everyday wear. Get them in that, and really get that hammered down. Because I have not done a good job of that. Daesh, we arrested you. Where are you? We can let you go. Okay. Have you learned your lesson? Oh, wait a second. Are you? Oh, well, you gave me this thing. You are the raid ideology. We are going to keep you in prison. And we're going to... Wait, you know what? We really can't because they have... Okay, we're not going to do that because Daesh has mechs. We were going to keep her in prison and convert her. But we'll just release her. Alright, so let me go and see here. I have 2 tailoring benches. So she has a lot of debuffs, but they're not going to go away. Well, actually, this won't go away very, very soon. We're going to let her out. You know what I might do? And I know this is the wrong thing. I wonder if there is a chemical that I can give her that won't have a lasting effect. I don't know. let's see here. How long would it take to convert her? Chakin, we gotta make you the thing. The role. The Archonic Rector. Fleeb, you're not going to be the Archonic Rector anymore. Alright, they're going to do a conversion ceremony there. In the meantime, let me check my tailoring. Whoops. This one says worker fluff. Pause. We got a combat supplier. We'll take a look at that in a second. How do I change this to not be just fluff? It says right now just fluff. I don't want it to be just fluff. Quite a few unfinished things. I actually get annoyed at that. Violets in a Daze. Failed roll change? It failed because not enough people were there? Well, that's... We're gonna just try it again in a second. So guys, eat up, because you're about to try this again. Yeah, we have problems. Begin roll change. Chakin. When's this drone gonna go away? There we go. Pompeon is in labor. Pompeon is about to give birth. She's going to have contractions for a few hours before delivering a baby. The labor may go through several stages of different levels of difficulty and danger. To improve the baby's chances, gather a doctor and others to help with the birth. Okay, well, where's Fluff? Fluff, are you fed? You seem fed to me. Where are you, Fluff? Okay, do we not have any food at all? We do, 37. Okay, Fluff. Eat. Penny. Okay, totally fine. Where's Fleeb? You're good. Okay. Where's Pompeiana? Pompeiana. Gather for childbirth. The doctor's gonna be Fluff. Glebe is gonna be a spectator. 84% expected quality. The only difference is her age. I can't do anything about that. Alright, let's go, guys. Now Chakin is going to try to convert Daesh, so let's see how that works out. Where's Pompeiana? I mean, Phlebe, you could have kind of like, you know, walked next to her, helped her a little bit. Daesh has gone berserk. She will attack anyone she sees. Okay, well then we're not going to go in there. She's trying to break down this door. Daesh is being crazy, okay? She's really out of her mind. Yes, she is. She's giving birth or in labor. She's gonna sound like a cat. Oh, Daesh is going to Salamander right now. Uh-oh. Maker. You can't arrest Daesh. Why not? Why can't we arrest Daesh? Oh boy. I'm gonna get Maker here just in case. But I think Daesh is gonna kill Salamander. I don't want to kill Daesh, I just want to arrest her. Daesh. You're gonna die in 16 hours, Daesh. All this while Pompeiana is in labor. There's no way for me to arrest Daesh, or to otherwise incapacitate her, actually. She's either gonna die right now, or get knocked down, then I could capture her. Oh boy. Maybe if I could melee her instead of shooting? She knocked down Salamander. And now she's fighting Maker. Okay, now maybe I don't even care if you die. Because, like, okay, now she's down. Let's capture Daesh. Let's rescue Salamander. Okay. Oh boy. How is Salamander? Can we drop Salamander here for a second? Just for a second, I want to finish this this door. Just don't worry about it. You're fine. Let's make this set owner Salamander. All right, now we can rescue. Bring you to a hospital, a proper hospital. Okay. How you doing, Papayana? Alright, so if you missed it, Daesh went crazy, broke down her door, and then broke down Salamander's door. We could not arrest Daesh. We had to shoot Daesh. There was no other way to do it. She kept attacking us. So we had to shoot her. She got knocked down. And Salamander also got knocked down. Daesh went after Maker as well. And so Salamander had to go get rescued and get thrown in the hospital bed across from the birth of the labor that Pompeiana is going through right now. So I don't know how much longer she has. Wow, Daesh really took a turn. Because they're considered guilty, others won't be bothered if you banish, execute, or arrest them. I'm not going to do that. Pompeiana's labor has begun the final stages. Here she goes. There we go. Okay, let's see. Healthy childbirth. It's a male. It's a male. Congratulations, Pompeiana. Congratulations, Fleeb. Fluff, another successful birth. Delivery. What do we want to name this baby? It's a boy. And their last name is Palamas. P-A-L-A-M-A-S. Pompeiana Palamas. And also Fleeb Palamas. The mother and the father. What do I want to name this baby? Quest available. The Arco Nexus. Oh, that's because we've hit a certain wealth. We've been through that before. You know, while all this is going on, do we have any food out here, guys? We do have a little bit. Oh, there's some hay. Okay, we have some potatoes. What do we want to name him? Percy? Pablo? Phineas. I like Phineas. Phineas. Okay, well, his big sister, Polly, is bringing him to his crib. So there's that. Right, I think we're all set for them. We have 2 chairs for a school desk. I think we're okay. We're already set up with all, like, who's going to take care of them, all that kind of stuff. So we should be okay. Okay, Polly. Why is Polly going to feed milk to her brother Phineas? Okay. I guess those Pompiana's still in here in the hospital. I'm not sure why she can't breastfeed. She can't walk right now. I don't know. We're gonna have to just see what happens with this. So Polly took the baby out of the hospital. And now she put it back in the crib. Okay, are we getting any better with food? Need food for, animals. Where are my fabricors? Are they charging? Oh. All of my fabricors are charging. Oh no, wait a second. Get on up. Oh, they're charging because of Daesh. Daesh is in prison. We gotta release her. Back and just release her. How do we release her? I'm saying to release her. I think I'm going to get rid of this little fridge that I have here for food. It's kind of useless. It's actually very useless. It was a failed experiment. I thought it would be easier to feed prisoners, but it's actually not. It's causing hassle. So, that's fine. Papayana, where you going? You know, Holly does have the bedroom right next to them, so that's okay. Okay, fine. They're finally making kibble. Finally. There's only 69 of it, 41 of it, but it's something. It's going. They're gonna start getting caught up, finally. I need my fabric cores up. Did Daesh just get released? She did. Okay, they're gonna get back to work now. My 3 fabric cores. Great, we needed them. Okay, once this gets done and harvested, we are going to turn this into corn. And everybody's going to be happy. Yes, I have the kitchen locked for human food creation because I want them to prioritize, see what they're doing, they're prioritizing animals. And finally we can get them sorted. Because the other thing that's happening, by the way, I know I mentioned it last episode, is I have a lot of elephants. I have 33. And I have 11 that are young males and 15 that are young females. They can't grow up when the nutrition is bad. So I have some that are like right on the cusp of growing up, but can't because of the nutrition. Once they grow up, they're going to get slaughtered. And then we'll have meat and everything from that. Okay, what was I going to work on next? Anybody gonna take care of Pompeiana? I mean, of Phineas? Oh, Pompeiana. There she goes. She's back to walking normal. I gave her a little chair. Nice little chair. Right there. She's currently breastfeeding Phineas. Okay, how we doing? 155 kibble. So I definitely need to work on my biosculptor pods, but I just have too much other stuff going on right now that I need to sort, and I don't want to play with the game paused right this second. So let's take care of that. Let's look at the first thing. So we know we need a kid romper. Oh wait, no. We gotta figure this out. We have apparel that's tainted. Where is it? Tainted apparel. I guess that means... this smelting thing that I have right here, I think they'll burn anything that's not supposed to be there. So let me just try that real quick. Maker is not assigned to crafting. When did that happen? Prioritize refining. Melting apparel. Okay. So he's probably gonna go over here. Okay, good. He's gonna smelt things that are tainted. As a matter of fact, that should mean that I have them stored over here, but that's a whole other thing that I don't know if I want to do right this second. Let's think about that. Okay, so he's going to smelt all apparel that's tainted. Then he's going to smelt anything that's 0 to 50% hit points. Because that just needs to go away. It's tainted, we don't want to deal with it. And same thing with smelting weapons. We want to smelt them. I have it set to 30% hit points because beyond that, when they're lower than that, they get really they're really ineffective. So yeah, I'm good with that. And then after that, we want to smelt anything that's 0 to 30. I must have figured this out at some point. Research finished. Bioferrite weaponry. So a smelter will actually burn things more quickly, and I think actually more efficiently too. We'll get more items back from it. So that's why I'm kind of doing this here, but I'll be wrong about that. We got fabric cores wandering. Does make me wonder if I should, I had made all of my bills to be human only. And I wonder if I should open it up to the fabricors. Let's go to tailoring. That's what we wanted to do anyway, right? Okay, well, the leader wants to wear a broad wrap. The rector wants to wear a visage mask and a cape. We have both of those things. We only want 2. We only want, which means we'll have 1 extra. And so I think I'm going to redo my bills. I'm going to delete all these. Not that many, actually. So the kid romper, we're just going to make 1 because we know we need to make 1. That's fine. Okay. Now, a cape. Who wanted a cape? Was there somebody that wanted a cape? Oh, I just said it. The rector. Okay, so if you want one, if you always want one of something, somebody's wearing one, and then there's another one in stock somewhere that if their one that they're currently wearing gets destroyed, they can just go grab another one. What you want to do is you want to have it set to do until you have X. You want to say 2. Count equipped. You want to look on the whole entire map. You want to pause when you've created 2, and then unpause when you get down to 1. And basically what that does is you'll create 2, somebody's going to put 1 on. It'll still count as 2. But when theirs gets messed up, it'll go down to 1, it'll unpause, and it'll make another one. So you'll always have an extra 1 in stock. And that's kind of what I'm going to do for everything. Now, the only difference I'm going to make here, the only change I'm going to make is I think I'm going to include more than just cloth and devil strand. I think I'm going to include... I was very careful which kind of leathers I was looking at last time. I think it was elephant leather. Elephant leather is very tough. So, like, for example, if we go to the cape, you hit the little eye in the top left. Change material to elephant leather. Yeah, it's got 33% sharp protection, 45 heat. If I change it back to cloth, it's 10% and 5. So elephant leather's triple as effective. Now, I can't get too hung up on all that because I think if I do, what's going to happen is I'll run out of something. So I think what I'll do instead is I'll say that it can have cloth, devil strand, elephant leather, and I think plain leather was also good. So I'll just double check that. That'll be plenty of things. Yeah, plain leather's fine too. That's all. And that way, if they wear it, it's cloth, it's all good. No big deal. So this is just the cape. This is for the rector anyway. Okay. So it's a good model for us to follow for anything. And I'm going to change it that any worker can do this. I was going to have it be anybody that was any mech, but we're going to do any worker. If I really wanted to, I could make it like anything level 10, but I think I'm not going to do that because I want just anybody to be able to work on it. So that's for the cape. Visage mask. We can make that out of wood. Same kind of theory here, so I'm not going to go through it again. We're going to just change it to any worker. Drop it on the floor also is the other thing that I personally like to do. They drop it on the floor here, and then that way they get right back to crafting, and a lifter will bring it back to where it's got to go. They don't need to haul stuff. That's not their job. Broad wrap, cloth, and sure, muffalo wool, because we're going to have that. Great. Drop it on there. Any worker. Lab coats. Now, we're not going to need very many lab coats because, again, we get to a point where those are just for researchers anyway. I will leave that just to cloth and devil strand. And we're only going to want... we ever only have 2 real researchers, so we're just going to have 3 to make sure we have that extra one like we've already talked about. I'll add wool, and I'll add the same plain leather. And we're going to drop that on the floor. That was actually flagged as wrong. Now, next, make t-shirt. We're going to have to change the quantity on this one. So we currently have way too many colonists. We have 25 colonists. We have 6 that are temporary. If they all left, we'd be back down to 19. I do not think they're all going to leave. I think at least 2 are going to stay. So that said, let's call it 24 t-shirts. Totally fine. 24 t-shirts, and when we get down to 22, we'll make another. We'll make more. Out of cloth, out of devil strand, out of buffalo wool. Nope. Out of elephant leather and out of plain leather. Okay, so that's what we're going to do there. 24, 22. Pants, same thing. We want 24. We can make it out of cloth, elephant leather, plain leather. Drop it on the floor. We're good. We don't have dusters here. We need to make dusters. Same thing. We want 24. We're going to make it out of cloth, devil strand, elephant leather, plain leather. Drop it on the floor. Perfect. Now, let's go to our apparel policies. We're going to clear everything that's forced because I'm sick of managing the apparel policy in that way that I have to pay attention to that. So let's fix it once and for all. We're going to say, let's say like nudist. We're going to get rid of nudist. We're going to get rid of raider. Yep, we're going to get rid of slave. We don't have any of that. We're going to get rid of standard. We're going to get rid of worker. We'll see whatever else. We could set it to anything, but I don't want it to be anything. I want it to be everyday wear. So now everyday wear, I'm trying to lock it down to be pants, t-shirt, pretty reasonable so far, and a duster. The utility, now, what do I want for the utility? I guess I will keep it as a jump pack. I'll keep that as a jump pack. There's no reason to change that to something different. So jump pack is fine. Armor? Nope, no armor because this is your everyday wear. Your marine armor, your recon armor, all gone. I do think, in fact, the everyday armor. Let's make part of their everyday wear. What do you think? Let's make a marine helmet as part of their everyday wear. So just in case they're caught unaware, they'll still have some head protection. The only other thing we could really do would be like a cowboy hat. And a cowboy hat, it gives plus 10% social impact, actually. You know what? Yeah, let's put it. We're gonna do cowboy hats instead. Bowler hat. A bowler hat is 15% more social impact. Okay. Is there anything else that we need to think about? A hood is 20% social impact. Yeah, I guess if I did a helmet, at least they would be protected. But also, if I did this, they'd all be more friendly with each other, plus 20% social impact. It's not worth the risk. It's not worth the risk. Let's just make sure they all have a marine helmet. That's going to be their everyday wear. Yeah, we're living out here on the rim. We got to be careful. Okay, fine. That's their everyday wear. We're going to delete the free path leader and the free path rector because we want to recreate it. We're going to duplicate it as free path rector, free path leader. And the only difference is the leader wants to wear a broad wrap. So the leader's not going to actually... Oh, jeez. I may not actually assign them to it, but they want to wear the... They want to wear the broad wrap. The rector now wants to wear a cape. A visage mask. And a cape. Where's the cape? Okay. Fine. Good. Great. Then we want a... I guess I would call it a soldier. I'm going to say armored. I'm just going to call it armored so I can't get myself mixed up. And the armored is going to be a cataphract helmet or a marine helmet, which we already have. Marine armor. A jump pack is fine. Get rid of the duster. You can keep the pants and you keep the t-shirt. Totally fine. So really what happens is when I go from everyday wear to armored, all they're really going to do is take off their duster, essentially, and put on the marine armor. That should be all that really happens. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want. Then the only other thing that I need to think about is Kate and Zach. Because they both wear shield belts. So maybe it's melee armored? Yeah, let's say melee armored. So they'll wear marine armor and everything, but instead of a jump pack, they're going to have a shield belt. That's the only difference. Everything else is the same. Okay, this simplifies everything quite a bit. So I just need to make sure that I have enough dusters, t-shirts, pants, and jump packs. And marine helmets. Okay, t-shirts, pants, dusters. I said 24 of each, so let's copy these. Can I do this any slower? I bet you I could if I tried. I feel incredibly slow doing this. Oh, what if I did this? Move the screen over a little. Oh, look at this. That's like a pro tip. Pants. Oh yeah, look how much faster that is. Wish I would figure that out 20 seconds ago. Alright, that's good now. I'll make enough dusters, I'll make t-shirts, pants, all that kind of stuff. Everybody's going to be great. Then machining table. That's right, rifles and stuff, huh? Get rid of that. EMP shells. Make jump packs. We need quite a bit of those. I mean, we kind of need 20 something of those too. Instead of 24, we do 22 because we're going to have some melee people. That's a lot of jump packs. but we're talking ideal situation here. I'm actually going to move that down in the priority list. First thing I want is high explosive shells to be in stock. We have assault rifles. We definitely need more assault rifles. We don't have enough of those. I know that. We're going to need like 20 of those. That's true. Sniper rifles, I think we do need 2 more. Let's see. I want to make sure that I set it to every worker, not just every human, right? Yeah, okay, great. I did for the assault rifle say that it needs to be a minimum skill of 11. Otherwise, it'll take forever. So that works fine. Shield belt, I want to keep. Yep, this is good. I want at least 2 extra. Okay, we're gonna need. We need plasteel. We need to go get some plasteel. Jump pack's good. All right, is there anything I'm missing here? I don't think so. Okie doke. And jump pack. Okay, good. So we are set with that. Now, fabrication bench. I like the way this is already, so I don't need to change too much about this, and I am going to probably stick to any worker. Not just, fabricors and whatnot. Or humans, I mean. Make marine armor. Getting rid of the bionics that I don't need right now. These should essentially mirror each other. Okay, and to explain what I did here is I have it. First bill is, the first thing it checks is, do we have 20 components? If we don't, it makes up to 20 components. And then do we have 10 advanced components? So it'll always have at least 20 and 10, okay? After that, it'll start making things like marine helmets and marine armor. So marine armor, we want 24 of those. That's a lot. I know that's a lot, but that's what we have to do. We definitely need to go get some plasteel. Marine helmet, same thing. 24 and 22. Okay. And then after it makes all that, where you can essentially say, well, it has really nothing else to do, then we'll make 60 components and 40 advanced components. So I kind of feel like I'm set here. Now that I did that, the only other thing that I really feel like I need to do is make a spot for what is it called? Tainted stuff. This infinite chem reactor is a good thing to have, I will tell you. However, it does do it kind of slowly. It gives you 75 chem fuel like every 6 days or something like that, every 10 days. So I don't have as much chem fuel as I used to have. So I may need to make a chem fuel factory. But that's not something I want to really do right now, honestly. I think I might move this though. Into there. Okay. Okay. Oh, look, Fabricore dove right in, is making a kid romper. Can I put tainted things here? Oh, yeah, she's rambling. Components are there. I feel like sending somebody to get them. Wake up, Zach. Zach? Now remember what happened with Zach. He got the glucosoid pump just there when he was death resting. How fast is he walking now? 9.79? He's at 144 movement speed. Look, watch how fast Zach is walking right now. Look at this. I'm gonna zoom in. I could barely keep up with him. This is real speed. Oh, he's great. Making some t-shirts. Exotic goods trader. I'm gonna have Polly call them. Get on the horn, Polly. Say hi, I'm Polly. I'm 5, I'm from the Babblers. You have stuff for us? Just really lay it on thick. Maybe they'll feel bad for you and they'll sell things at a discount. Come on, Polly, you got this. Okay, what do they have for us? Let's see. Well, we'll sell some of these undivided forms. Okay, we'll sell... Oh, hey, mining experience. It's a good book to have. We don't have one of those. What's that gene? Ageless. Carriers of this gene have archites of the bloodstream which continuously reverse the process of aging. Starting at the age of 13, carriers begin to biologically age slower. By 18, the aging process stops completely. don't have enough money for all this. Oh, they have a death rest capacity serum too. Oh wait, you know what? I think I have gold. I'm fine if I give him gold. It's gonna be a lot of gold. I still don't, even if I give them all my gold, I don't have enough. Alright, we need to cut what we don't need. Let's see. I guess we don't need to learn about strip mining. I like that ageless. I mean, these are two really good gene packs. One that has antitoxin lungs. Jeez. I could sell some animals, but I don't want to really do that. I want to just slaughter them instead. Maybe I'll just get rid of some. Is there anything else I could sell? I need more money. That's good. Done deal. Yeah, exactly. Yes, go ahead. Finally get this rice. How much kibble do I have? All this and I still don't have enough kibble. Kate's moving pretty quick too. She's moving at almost 6 cells per second. .3 now she took that armor off. All right. wondering if I should be putting mech boosters to make my Agrahands move more quickly. Shah is confused. Where's Tiffy? Tiffy, Tiffy, Tiffy. What do you think you're doing over here? Tiffy? There you go. Get your militars doing something else. Alright, well they're making meals for me. We need more meat. Not enough meat. Finally. Finally, at a good point. I'm just watching them intently because we need kibble. Part of this just makes you say, you know what? Get rid of all the animals. Like, what's the point? But I need them for hauling. Good job, Tiffy. Beep beep. Chickens. Takes them 1 day. I'm actually surprised that we're so far behind. Where's Daesh? Is you still in prison, Daesh? What happened to you? You back to okay? What happened to you? Really? Tune to plasteel. Need another one of these things, actually. Alright, well, we got our clothing sorted out. Now what we need to do is I guess just a little bit of time needs to go by where we get caught up with our kibble. We're getting there. It's just taking a little bit. Because we're trying to replenish both of the stock, the colonist food and I'm actually gonna say, you know what? Let's stop colonist food for right now. Okay. Need kibble. It's always better to make kibble, because 20 units of a meat product, 20 units of a vegetable product, like hay, that's 40 units total. When you make 50, you'll make 50 kibble. So it's a 25% bonus to the nutrition just for taking the time to cook it into kibble, make it into kibble. Now they can eat hay if they want, but you're just compounding the problem then. I'm actually going to make this hay as well. Okay, I know that took away a lot of rice, I understand, but we're going to have plenty of potatoes and corn. We're going to have corn up here whenever it's done. I'm surprised that we don't have more of my aggro hands up there actually doing this. So I think one thing we need to take a look at, like we said in the beginning of the episode, we need to look at the work schedules of everybody. So let's take care of that. Let's reassess the situation. Okay, Fluff. Now, just so you know the methodology here. If they have a burning passion or a regular passion, they get a bonus, happiness bonus, for doing work that they love. Burning passion more so than regular passion. The burning passion is 2 flames. The regular passion is just 1 little flame. So for Fluff, she's a hard one because she has double. She's passionate for medicine, melee, and shooting. None of that is a normal everyday occurrence. So for crafting, I'm going to let her craft, I think. Crafting and construction is what she's always been about. So let's keep it to that. Let's keep her as a 2 in construction. Tailoring, regular crafting, and then after that she'll do smithing. Yeah, after that she'll do smithing. And after that, she'll do mining. Hauling and cleaning. Okay, Howie. Howie's next. Animals, art, shooting, melee, construction. Animals. I'm going to upgrade his construction. If there's nothing to construct, he'll do art. And after that, he'll do crafting, hauling, and cleaning. Okay, Daesh. Daesh really only has a couple of things that she likes to do. That's animals, cooking, and intellectual activities. Let's see. She's a little harder to figure out. A little harder to figure out. I think animals for sure. And then after animals, cooking. If there's nothing to cook, then you can do some research. And actually, I'm going to make the decision here to cut out all dark study. We're not going to pursue anything with Amelie. And if I change my mind in some amount of episodes, you can remind me that in episode 121. Oh, Pelican. We wanted Pelican. Pelican wishes to join your faction. Let's look at Pelican again. Why did we want Pelican? Burning passion for animals, a passion for construction, and art, and they were the melee one that we liked. That's right. I remember that now. Pelican, we would be delighted. Welcome to Hope as an official babbler. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's change your everyday wear. Good. Oh, you gotta also carry medicine on you. That's a policy we have here. You have to carry medicine because even if you can't use it on yourself, you'll have it there for somebody else to use. Polly, you too. You only have 0. You have 0 on you. So Pelican is one of the 6 people that came here as refugees, and he just said that he's happy here and he'd like to join. And that's one of the ones we actually wanted. He's a brawler. He's really good at melee. Melee hit chance is +4. His melee is +4 itself. So he's going to be somebody that can help with, like, Zach and Kate be in the midst of a melee. So there we go. Good, good, good. Now let's go back to our thing that we were doing. Marak. The other ones didn't leave just yet, so we're going to see who else joins us. They actually will leave, though, in 19 hours. I have a feeling at this point that most of them are just going to just leave. Nobody else is going to join. That's fine. We took them in. We were being charitable. Okay, next. We did Daesh, right? No, we didn't. Daesh. Animals, cooking, and intellect. Animals, cooking, and research. Okay. After that, does have a passion for other things, so we'll do childcare, wardening. Okay. They're good. Maroc is good, but not with everything, because some things he has a bad animals gene, poor animals gene, poor plants gene, burning passion for crafting and art, and a passion for cooking. I forgot that Maroc had a burning passion for art. But he has a passion for all things crafting. That'll keep him plenty busy. So we're going to get rid of Warden. We're going to get rid of childcare. Doctoring? He's capable of it. But no. Animals? Nope. Cooking? Sure. Oh, what I'm doing to flip back and forth, just as a pro tip. If you hit F1, that's your work tab. If you hit F1 on your keyboard, F2 is schedule, F3 is assign, F4, and so on. So if you hit F1, which is your work tab, and you're already selected on a character, you hit bio, hit F1, you can flip back and forth without clicking. So that's how I'm looking at it quickly. So crafting, Maroc. Yeah, I mean, smithing, that would mean he's fabricating things, he's repairing mechs, sure. Tailoring, same thing, and art and crafting is a 2. Fine. Now art, he's a 9 with a burning passion. I really don't care for him to cook, but I also don't care if he does cook. Okay, nice and clean there. He'll cook if he's done with his art, if he's done with his crafting. And then after that, he'll do art. Fine. Biko. Biko's a strange one. Burning passion for plants. I may make him really just focus on plants, because we are falling behind in that, I'm noticing. So burning passion for plants and a regular passion for animals. We may simplify Biko to say, you know what, do growing first. And after that, if there's anything left to do after you do your sowing and growing and cutting and harvesting, then you can handle the animals. And that's it. I do think if there's any hunters that I'll want to make them a number 1, because if I flag something as being hunted, I want to kill it quick. So I am going to flag that as a number 1. Same thing with plant cut. It's like if I want it done, I want it done. So Chakin. Now Chakin's great in a lot of ways. Intellect, social, medical, animals, all burning passions. We have her as a number 1 for childcare. We're going to keep her like that because that's great for her. After there's anything with wardening to be done, then she'll handle animals. I think that may be something that's correct. Yep. If there's nothing to be done with animals, then she'll research. And that's that. She's good. She's already good. Maker, burning passion for intellect. Passion for crafting and construction. Maker is really good at crafting and construction. A 19 in construction, a 14 in crafting. Why do I have him just doing smithing in the crafting end of things? Smithing and... Oh, I don't have him doing tailoring. No reason to cut him out of that. I think I was having Fluff do tailoring. But at this point, honestly, I'm just going to let them just do whatever they got to do as far as their passions go. And then after that, they'll do intellectual things. Kate, she doesn't really have a passion for anything except for social and melee. She's good at construction and mining and intellect. So construction will keep as a 3. That's fine. Mining will be a 2. Or a smith. If they're a mechanitor, you got to make sure they're assigned to smithing. Otherwise, they can't do anything with mech gestators. So that's fine there. If there's nothing to be constructed, she will research. Yeah. We'll say, actually, we'll elevate smithing. You know what? No, we're not. We're going to keep that at 4. Okay. Now, Zach, I know I need to go a little bit more quickly here, but we're going to get down to these guys that are not staying, so it'll go fast. Zach has been tugged all over the place. So let's see. Zach is burning passion for construction, passion for crafting, art, and intellect. So Zach, really, you should be our main constructor. Childcare is up there only because you're decently okay at it. So I'll keep that as a 4, actually. Mining, you're there because you're on board when we're on our little missions. Smithing and crafting is a 2. Art, we're gonna elevate art to a 3. And research to a 2. Okay, Balakay. Burning passion, construction, mining, animals. Very, very good overall. Just clearing out some stuff. Construction, mining. So mining, I definitely want you to be prioritizing mining. Absolutely. After mining, then let's look at construction. And then crafting. Okay, that is currently set up correctly. You are good. Tiffy, next. Burning passion for medical, regular passion for social, and shooting. But also already good with plants and construction. She's part of the Waving Creed, so she'll be upset if she sows a field. But I think that we need her. We actually do need her to be working on her plants. And there's really nowhere else that she would fit. So we'll keep childcare up. We'll keep wardening up. Cooking only after you're done. Let's get rid of hunting. You know, I'll keep hunting. That's fine. How about construction? No, growing. Yep. Okay, after you do growing, then mining is only because we take you on missions. We're going to go back to here. Then you'd be doing cooking if there's nothing to be grown. That's fine. Mining after that. Fine. Yegalut. Now, Yegalut's the one that came to us with paralytic abasia, and they were inflicted for 40-something days. We just take care of him. We really don't know much about him, other than the fact that slow learner, trigger happy, has an annoying voice. It really isn't somebody I would have kept on. But they're a good miner. I mean, they have a passion for mining, cooking, and animals. So let's just say they'll do cooking, mining. Oh, they can't do anything with animals because of some issue they had when they were a kid. Art, we're not doing art with you. Okay, Penny. Penny's another one that we arrested, took on. She's just been quietly working with animals. Animals and plants, it's all she can do. It's all she wants to do. So animals and plants. There we go. Perfect, done. Good job. Humongous. Burning passion for mining. Passion for construction. Okay, I currently have that set up correctly. Mining is the priority. Construction is next. After that's hauling and cleaning, then after all that is art. I'm actually going to get rid of the art because they have a poor artistic gene. That is a waste for everybody. Pacheco. Burning passion for crafting and construction. So we're going to call it construction first. Tailoring and crafting. I guess we'll do smithing as well. Art we'll keep in the mix as a 3. Only if there's nothing to be done with animals. And hauling and cleaning are the 4s. We're not going to look at Crab because he's possibly leaving Pelican. Did we already do Pelican? This is just a burning passion for animals. And art and construction. Okay, they're good. Last 3. Glebe. Glebe is really... Oh, we resurrected him. We never reset everything. Well, that's silly. Yes, I said silly. Childcare, because his social is 7 and he has a passion for it, crafting. So intellect, we should probably make... He should be one of our solid researchers. That he's just researching. That's fine. We don't really have one that's just a researcher like that. And so after that, he would do crafting. Fine. Good. So he's our main researcher now. Papiana. Burning passion for art. We should let her fulfill that. Construction, she's a 12. We're going to keep it. If she can construct, she will. Otherwise, she does art. And finally, she does researching. And then Polly, we don't know about yet. Okay, that took a long time. I know that did. But it's actually really important to have the priorities of your people set up right. So we actually added, if we click on here and then click on grow, we added, in addition to the 5 Agrahants that we have, we added 3 people that are now going to really focus on growing plants. That's going to be a big shift. Construction, we have quite a few people, so whenever we have a construction project, a bunch of people are going to jump on it. Crafting is in a much better place now. So yeah, we're in a better spot now. Okay. Let's continue. Look at everybody crafting, since we changed everything up a little bit. Where is Zach? You know, Part of me is like, just make Zach a hauler. He's so fast, it's ridiculous. He's actually 3 times. No, he's almost 4 times as fast as a lifter. Now the next improvement that I can make, technically, would be to have Pocketron, they almost said. Mech boosters. I'm not going to do that. And the other thing we can do is look at all these books we have. We have quite a few books. So let's set our reading policy. Now we have a reading policy where there's multiple things you can do. Okay, so let's see, let's go to anything. You can set it to schematics. So there's 4 different kinds of books in the game. Just to explain it. There's novels, schematics, textbooks, and tomes. So a novel is a book containing fictional or true stories for the pleasure and edification of the reader. Schematic is a book which describes technology and methods for using it. Reading schematics can help unlock new technologies. Textbook, a book which focuses on teaching skills, and a tome is a book which explores dark psychic powers, the void hidden under space, and the dreams of evil superintelligences. These volumes can help a reader harness dark entities and powers. Okay. I had somebody have a mental break from reading a book. So you got to be careful. So what you do is you look at your books, you click on one of these books, right? Let's say the contents is The Story of Grimm. Hit I on it, and it says, this reference book provides valuable insights about precision shooting. A quote on the back cover says, true lovers of precision shooting cannot ignore Grimm's book. According to the first page, Pop, Grimm's Smoger, was blind from birth, so never saw her book. A handwritten afterward on the footnote says that the Xanades print house shut down after the Cabas riots, so these later editions are rare. This book has had many owners, but the pages are legible if crumpled. Now, all that's just flavor and lore and kind of cool. But the real thing you want to look at the bottom of every book is, what does it give you? This gives you 375 experience every hour in the shooting skill, up to a maximum level of 12. So if somebody sits down and reads this for 1 or 2 hours, they're going to get a few hundred experience. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is change my reading policy for everybody. Novel is for pure recreation. Schematic is actual, it helps you with your research tab as if they were at the research bench. Tome is for the Anomaly DLC. And textbook is for actually learning. So I'm actually going to, I should have done this a long time ago. I'm going to just make everybody focus on textbooks. If I find that somebody is maybe not happy, I might incorporate some novels. I kind of feel bad even just doing this, but I need them to level up a little bit. And I have the books, it's the reason why I'm buying them. So let's just make them all textbooks. I want to see what kind of effect this has. I wonder if they'll get unhappy. Yeah. Let's try converting somebody. Who are we going to convert? Let's wait for these people to leave, actually. See who's staying. Oh, 14 hours? No, I'm not waiting for that. Okay, I thought it was closer than that. Let's try to convert Daesh while she's weak. Let's try it. Come on, Daesh. Wouldn't it be amazing if we could convert Kate? Do we want to try Kate? Let's try Kate. I'm going to try Kate. No, I'm not going to try Kate. I will try. I'll go to Daesh. Where's Daesh? Even Tiffy might be a good one. But Daesh is actually unhappy, so that's why we need to focus on Daesh. Let's focus on Daesh. Now, this is Chakin doing this, remember? Chakin is 10 in social, where Fleeb was a mere 7. I don't think this ritual matters with that, but I think it does when she tries to convert. Okay, Daesh's certainty went from 100 to 70%. It was a very effective ritual. So now we just got to keep up on it, and hopefully we can wear her down. Because I mean, her look at all these debuffs here. Look at this. -12, -4, -2 are all because of her Ideologian. So that's -18 right there. And then Chemical Starvation, I'm not going to be able to help. Intense Pain, well, you're the one who was fighting people, so. You know, if I'm gonna have Fabricors in this room, though, I really should have a mech band thing. I actually really should. Workshop's getting a little crowded, but we're gonna be okay with it. How are we doing? We only have 2 animals that are starving. Oh, Valentina's not. She's good. Elephant 50 is the only one starving right now. Okay. Do I have a constructor with nothing to do? I sure do. Might be time for that other project that I wanted to work on. I have a constructor. It doesn't. Oh, I didn't mean to move that one. I moved it by mistake. I moved it here instead of. Okay, that's fine. 1, 2, 3.5. 2, 3.5. Whoops. Okay. Well, there's a project for you, Constructoid. Pompeiana, your kid is crying. Poor Phineas. Just crying, crying, crying. Leaving Pompeiana, just sleeping on through it. Alright, well, while that's happening, do we have the opportunity to make triple walls? We do. What do we want to make out of slate? Yeah, slate. Well, we could do it out of limestone, since we're going to use up limestone anyway. Fine. Alright, now, this room. This is a little bit daunting, to be honest, because I need to figure out how I want this room to be. I think that I want biosculpture pods. I'm not going to say one for everybody, because that's kind of crazy. That is not kind of, it is crazy. Guests depart in 1 hour. Let's see who's going to leave. Everybody going to leave? So Pelican's going to be the only one that stays? I was hoping Violet would have stayed. But it has been kind of rough going. I get it. I understand. Let's see if they betray me. Refugees leaving. Crab thanks you for allowing him to stay at home for these 11 days. He's now moving on with his people. Crab says he won't forget what you've done. Well, Pelican decided to stay, so... Alright, well, let's assume we have 20 people. I really do not want to grow beyond that. That's actually way bigger than I want it to be to begin with. But let's assume we need a spot for 20 biosculpture pods. Now, let me pull that one up. Good. I'm just looking to see. Is there another spot that I could put biosculpture pods? It follows our whole thing where it's far off. They're not going to go to it very often. our whole theory about outskirts and whatnot. Let's just dive in. Now we're gonna say I think it matters if it's sterile or something like that. The Biosculptor pod. Okay, an immersion pod. Okay. Okay. That's right, I remember this. They need to be able to stand. Oh, quest completed. Oh, the Forsaken Travelers, yeah. So they need to be able to stand just in the doorway to get into this thing. And you want the smallest room possible because I think the cleanliness matters. That's right, I remember that. And since cleanliness doesn't matter underneath the actual unit, it'll always be clean. It'll always be 0.00 clean. So that's kind of what we're gonna do. Now the only other thing is it's taking up a lot of wall, a lot of space. If I had them lined up, that would be okay too. I might actually just do that. Oh wait, I could just do that, can't I? Yeah. The same kind of theory, isn't it? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I know it's ridiculous, but that's where we're going to leave it for now. And we have a hallway. I think we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to give a space in between here. Perfect. We're going to forbid these because we don't actually build them yet, but that's 8. Alright, now we're going to have a slate auto door right there. This is a hallway. And I will concede and not do slate auto doors in these little rooms. I'll just do regular slate doors. I think that's fair. Okay. See here at the Babblers faction and at Hope, when we build something, we build something. I don't know what that means. Okay, we're gonna do that. Alright, great, do that. Okay, this is just a skeleton to have 16 Biosculptor pods. because there are going to be times that I'm going to need to put them in there for quick healing. I already have one for Chakin, I already have one for Fluff. I need to figure out who I need to put in here next, and I think it was Maker, or was it Marak? It was Marak. It was Maker. It was Maker. Because he has dementia. I'm not sure this. I don't think it solves dementia. It doesn't. Okay, well, taking the time to go through all my priorities actually worked, because look at all the people that showed up for construction once I needed them. Okay, we're also going to double wall this. Oh, not like that yet. Chakin can do reverse aging. Yes, that's correct. You could tell, by the way, if somebody's done reverse aging by their age. So their biological age, it'll say female age and then 77, and then in parentheses it'll say 79. The biological age is the first number, the chronological age is the second number. So she's been around for 79 years, but her biological age is only 77. So we're gonna actually put her into a thing here. Let's see. It says nutrition not loaded. Alright. I think I can take that without messing up the roof. Now this is quite enough Bile Sculptor pods. I don't think I'm going to need more than that. I mean, that's 16. I have 20 people. Or 19 people. No, 20. So I suppose I should have enough room for 20. So I'll kind of leave this alone. In fact, there's no reason why I can't just build it out. Like I have been doing. There's no reason. I'll just forbid it where they won't make it. No big deal. Okay, cool, good. Nice when you have the resources ready to go. Okay, so we're gonna assume that this is where we end up. A very large room. The only fear that I have for this room is that there's no cooler. Yeah, so the thing about this, just as a reminder, how sterile the area is impacts how quickly. Here, let me wait till this is done, and then I could probably, hopefully, maybe explain better. So, how sterile the room is does matter. But to calculate how sterile a room is, if there's a building inside the room or an item inside the room, the tiles underneath that do not get calculated as far as sterile it is goes, if that makes sense. So we have all these biosculptopods that are here. They take up the full size of the room, and then a door, so they can open the door and get in. So this room will always be fully sterile, or at least clean, I mean. So hopefully, if that works the way I'm thinking it will, we're good. So the one thing that I was saying a second ago is I was worried about there being no cooler. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put Colonist needs rescue. Why'd Valakir pass out? Food poisoning. Alright. Hey, you know what? I'm just curious. I'm not going to do it, but I'm just curious. If we put him in one of these things... It would take 8 days. Okay. So who's going to save him? Who wants the... You could do it, Pacheco. Okay, so what I was starting to say, before Valakir got knocked out, was I want to put a vent into each of these rooms. Like so. And then I won't need that many coolers. I'm going to figure that out in a second. But I won't need that many coolers in here just to keep things nice. I have an idea of how I'm going to handle that. But I'm also going to make this separate from the room with the gene extractors. They are busy, huh? Still trying to think where I want to put the air conditioners. I think I'll put... That's only one, though. I need more than one. Definitely need more than one. But again, not that many. It seems like a big area, but there's not a lot of it's not a very big area. Maybe I do something a little, let's see. Cancel that. Yeah. I want to put her in here. Check in. Age reversal. Now it takes 9 days to do an age reversal, and a year is 60 days. So it's a significant investment. It's 15% of the year to go back 1 year. But I think after you hit like age, is it 70? I forget what the age is, but whatever age it is, every time you then have a birthday, you have a chance to get some sort of ailment like bad back, dementia, or frailty. Something like that. We have people for childcare. We're good. We have Pompeiana. We got Tiffy. Even Fleeb. I just upgraded Fleeb. We got a Mad Boom Rat. Mad Boom Rat. Who wants to take care of it? Fleeb? No? I don't want it to trigger. I don't want it to trigger my traps. There's no reason to do that, and they'll just burn then. Tiffy can take care of it, I think, pretty easily. Come on, Tiffy. She's not going to get the shot off. Nope. That's going to blow up. Anyway. Back to it. This is just building it in case I need to build it out a little bit more. The only other thing we want to do is we want to have the gene extractors and everything in here too. So I think for this particular building, yeah, Tiffy is level 16 in shooting. She has really no excuse to have missed that shot so horribly. thinking here how I want my coolers to be. Don't work on that yet, Fluff. I think you were about to. I'm sorry. I know you came all the way over here thinking you were gonna do it, but let's see. Actually, let's not lose track of this. Yeah, now we have 7,000 hay, but no meat to make kibble. So we gotta figure this out. We have to figure this out. Do we just get rid of some elephants? Yeah, I think we just get rid of some elephants. We need the meat. We're gonna get rid of them anyway. So we were trying to make it, the reason why the hay is not over here is so that we were trying to make it that if you use meat and hay to make kibble, you get 25% more nutrition. So we're trying to make it that we would be more efficient, really, is what it came down to. I'm gonna basically make a chimney. I'm gonna get rid of the roof here. And that's how I can control how much cooling I need. Not exactly sure I love the design, but it'll be fine. We have visitors from Shalomla. Hey, you got any food? Hey, excuse me. Pardon me. Got any food? Oh, some packaged survival meals. Oh, okay. Well, I can sell you some of this stuff that's not so great. You don't really have anything good. You got some packaged survival meals though. Fine. Alright, fine. I could bring them hay. It's just, it is a waste. Let's see if they do it. I don't even have food for my own people right now. I have 4 meals. Dayash is not happy. We need food. Okay. Well, we have a big Biosculptor pod area going on here. Let's just finish this off a little bit here. We're gonna go that way. So this is a little chimney section. So we exhaust here. You can see the coolers are gonna exhaust here. I have some animals that are slated to be slaughtered. They're not actually getting slaughtered yet. I think truly the elephants are my issue. I really do. Here's a couple elephants, they just got slaughtered. Good amount of food. 500 meat. We're making food for our people. We're okay. We currently have 11 meals. 15. I do think I need to reduce the different kinds of animals that I have. And I think I'm going to get rid of almost. I feel like I should get rid of cows almost because they're giving me milk, But I think Muffalo give me milk also. I guess they don't. I thought they did. Never mind. Yeah, I agree about the Muffalo. I might just auto slaughter all but one male and one female for now to get the meat. I don't use it for wool at all, ever. Pompeiana's in rough shape. Phineas, how you doing? Has anybody even paid attention to you today? Sure, okay, you're good. And Polly, how have you been doing? You're growth tier 5. You'll be able to choose one passion from 2 options and one trait from 4 options whenever you grow up. Polly's doing her part. She's hauling kibble. Not afraid to be walking all in between these big animals here. Okay. I hear somebody playing the harp. I didn't realize we had 12 marine armors. That's more than I thought we had. Quest available. Oh no. Huge construction. Alright, let's see. Knight Leo Corcaeus. It's a 15 by 37 in size monument and needs 870 and 1300. That's like a piece of cake for us. The rewards are not good. I do not care about these rewards at all. I mean, the goodwill would be nice, but also the cataphract helmet, sure. That would be good, but what are we talking about? 15 by 37 in size. $15 by 37. Let's see what that looks like. It only needs to be around for 15 days, so that's great. So 15 by 37. That's that. The good thing about the cataphract helmet, so if we looked at that quest again, a heavily armored high-tech helmet with a solid plus steel weave shell and indirect visual system for non-frontal view angles. It protects against all but the most powerful or luckily aimed shots. Armor like this is used by Imperial cataphracts to break heavily fortified positions in frontal assaults when no other option is available. The good thing about this is it's 174 sharpness protection. On, by contrast, a marine helmet is 121, so it's 50% more protective. However, I want to start building my spaceship. And so the only place I could really build it is here. I don't think I'm going to take this quest. As much as I want that helmet, it's just not worth it. It's a distraction right now. So let's continue on. Oh, Pelican's going on a little spree here. Oh, are we getting corn finally? Oh, okay. We should be okay now that we're getting corn. And we basically slaughtered all of our Muffalo. We're back up to 41 meals for ourselves. And we're at very little kibble, but we're about to have a bunch. Let's see how this is doing over here. Tracking will be out in 6 days. Actually, that kind of flew by. Alright, what is this thing? We're just going to lay this out real quick. Let's see. Oh, Constructoid, you're just wandering, huh? No, you don't wander. Nobody wanders here, I hope. Let's reset you. Can't. Oh, because Daesh is in a state. Fine. Well, we're going to... This is a hallway. It's going to be a hallway. See how... Look at Zach. Look at him. Look at how fast he is. I'm continually impressed. Shaw's confused. I know, Shaw. I gotcha. This is gonna look way fancier than it really should. I think this is gonna be a room. You know, I didn't realize something. I could be inadvertently exposing my base to another avenue of attack here. So let me tidy up this before I go any further. I'll leave that and that'll be fine. Then we'll be okay. How do I have a roof here when there's no support? I did have support. That's what the issue was. Is that going to collapse? We'll see. Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to put some gene banks around. The next thing we need is going to be a gene assembler. And a gene assembler is going to be what allows us to be able to use the genes to create a xenogerm to implant in somebody. So for example, somebody like Chakin, we can use a strong gene to make her strong. We can make her fast heal. We can make her ageless. Fast. Unstoppable. Strong. Have a furry tail. And so on. In fact, why don't you go ahead and get in there, Pelican? While we're talking about it. Howie, you too. You haven't been in there in a while. Don't complain. It's cozy in there. Don't worry about it. Fluff, what about you? Alright, you go in there too. Pampayana? No, you got a kid to take care of. Zach is like going crazy. Let's put Zach in there for a second. Nope. Go back. Okay, so we have a Battle Sculptor area. We're going to have a gene assembly area. And we're actually going to find the best genes and inject them into people that have no extra ones. And that'll improve everybody very, very quickly. We also are making a lot of armor. We currently have 12 marine armor. We're constructing a whole bunch and crafting a whole bunch, making weapons that we need to prepare for the inevitable fights that we're going to have. Our food supply is returning to what it should be. We just need to get some more corn, which I believe Tiffy will begin to do. And that's where we are at. Next episode, we're going to make sure that we're truly stabilized when it comes to food and do everything that I just talked about when it comes to genes. We just got to finish building this building, which should be a pretty simple design. That's going to be it for this episode. Join me next time. Be sure to follow and subscribe for more inane babblings. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.